Hey friends, I have been very bad at recording my life, slash kind of good, but very inconsistent. So here is almost a month of life, and only the parts that I decided to record, obviously. It's the end of June and early July. There's not a lot of context to these videos, so I'll just give a little overview. We're starting off just with some normal lifey stuff. Wine headaches, my animals, of course. And then my parents were they rented a cottage on a lake with some of my family. My aunt and her daughters were there. There was the week before the 4th and then through the 4th. So Simon and I went up. You'll see we went for a boat ride on a random Sunday, and then we were also there for the 4th, though I didn't record anything on the 4th of July. I did get a hell of a sunburn, which you will see. A lot of my pets, a lot of Taskmaster, the huge. And then I think I'll check in a little bit from there. So enjoy. Is it 5 o'clock on a Thursday? It's 5 o'clock on a Thursday. Oh no. Happy Friday from my pour strip. Chardonnay in a Garfield coffee cup. And my wonderful new tattoo. Cheers. It's Saturday. Last night we just got Indian and I ran a couple errands and we watched Taskmaster and laughed, but I drank that stupid Chardonnay out of a Garfield mug. And I'm dealing with a minor migraine today. Alcohol is just not worth it to me. It's such a bummer. I get a little giggly and have a good time, and then immediately I'm I don't know if I feel good. And then all night I was is this a migraine? And I couldn't fall asleep. And then I woke up and I was oh shoot, I think it's a migraine. And it just proves over and over and over again that it is not worth it to me. Just a bummer. I'm gonna watch the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader doc and judge people that dance so much better than me. I was always a shitty dancer. Oh, I tried to be a good dancer, but I was not. And so watching all of their concerns, it brings a little past trauma to myself. I was never good. Ever. I had fun sometimes, but I wanted to be good, but I knew I wasn't. And so, oof. Ooh. Feels. Heck yeah! Oh. No. absolutely love how blueberries turn colors after you touch them. It's just so cool. Come on. It's so lovely. Hello. So we're up north. Simon just went to a resort to mountain bike down the ski hills, as one does. And I was gonna hike there maybe, but their hiking trails were damaged during an ice storm last winter, and they're not maintained. But there's this nature preserve nearby, so I'm here. I'm gonna take a walk. It is hot, very hot. So, won't be that long of a walk, I don't think. Yeah, let's see what's up. These are so easy to read. I love it. Must be half. Oh, I got it. No worries. Okay. That was a nice little mile walk. Just did like a smaller loop. I am so warm. I'm gonna change my shirt and then head into Harbor Springs to see what the little town has to offer. Got a smoothie. It was a hellscape inside that restaurant thing. Oh, it was awful. Look at this cup. It's disgusting. No, it's not disgusting, but I absolutely hate it here. Like, I think it's probably because it's the 4th, but also this is like a super rich place. Like, when I worked at a foundation, people would come up here in the summer for fundraising purposes because all of the philanthropists from Grand Rapids would come up to Harbor Springs to their multi-million-dollar homes. And I don't know. I feel like I'm a snob about snobbiness. Like, I can't handle it. Like, the rich shops, almost every guy and a lot of the girls are in collared shirts. Like, it's just so incredibly rich and so incredibly apparent that these are very wealthy people that live here. And I'm gonna sit under this bench and read while I drink my smoothie, but then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Ugh. This is a place where people leave their bikes completely unattended. They're probably so expensive. And they have public bathrooms. Oh, it's disgusting. Okay. When I was in high school, we came up here for a band competition, and I thought this was the most insane place we'd ever seen to have created a football field. And I think that still is accurate. Look at those stands. They're like cut into a hill. Oh, man.
Espresso.
How fun. Did you have fun? I had a lot of fun. And then we were just back to lifey stuff. A lot more of my animals, of course. Simon started a very large painting, so that was kind of fun to see his process. I got a haircut. I watched Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, in celebration of finishing that book, finally. And yeah, just some like walks. Oh, you'll see some nature footage from my backyard. A monarch on my milkweed, how amazing. And then a woodchuck in my yard. I saw it 20 feet away from both of my sleeping dogs, and then it saw me and it ran to the back, and you're gonna see my nature wildlife chase. And he is so cute, and he was like sunbathing. It was so adorable. I love him. I really hope my dogs don't kill him. I think he's been here since last year though, so I think he's okay. I found the hole, his like hole to his tunnel. It's at the very back of my yard along the fence line. I found it last year, and it scared the crap out of me. It was a huge hole, and I was like, I don't know what animal that is. I'm gonna leave it alone. And now that I know it's a woodchuck, I'm like, welcome, dude. So enjoyed that. That was like a highlight of my week for sure. So enjoy some more life stuff.
Who is she? Straight hair.
I'm walking, and it's thundering. And I'm holding an umbrella. Hear that? Oops! Hi, bud. Okay, so I just need to talk something out real quick. I fear that I'm a difficult human. There's a lot of things that play into that, right? Like, I know I am a high maintenance partner, but also Simon knows that. And I think he had an understanding of what that meant before we got married. So thankfully, I think we're okay on that front, but I do things incorrectly sometimes and not very nicely sometimes, and we have situations arise because of that. But then there's also just like the professional, like just general world Liz that like I just have conflicts sometimes with people. And I just sometimes I'm like, why are you like this? Like I text my bestie Gina all the time and I'm like, why am I so difficult? Why can't I let it go? Why must I die on this hill? And like it's genuinely concerning. Sometimes. Some days it's more concerning than others. Sometimes I don't get a fuck because I'm good at my job and what I do and like I'm doing my work. But sometimes it does affect my job and what I do and my work. And I had like an incident today and I just, it's fine. It's to like it's with a peer. I was just being stubborn, but then he got very stubborn back at me. I called him out on it. And he was very standoffish and rude, and then I let go of it. And then later I asked him a question in a group chat that I knew the answer to try to like placate his manliness. But I worry about it. I've had this issue at other jobs. Just difficult. But also I wonder how difficult I would be if I was a man. I'm not like gonna pretend like it's fine that I act kind of stubbornly and terrible some days, but like also would I care this much if I was a man? Would I think about it twice if I was a man? I don't know. I guess I will never know, but I sometimes wonder if I would never think about it if I was a man. And there are good men. Like this is not like a blanket statement. There are lots of good men in the world and like to work with, and I'm married to one who I don't want to work with. But you know, I don't know. I really struggle with it. I've had some heart-to-hearts in my last job, but my last job was really high, like, pressure. So I thought that it was coming out more because it was so high pressure and I had so much to do and so many deadlines and no support for so long that, like, I kind of justified it. I said, hey, this is, like, what happens when you push me too far. Like, I've been pushed too far. But I'm not pushed too far right now, and I'm starting some of those behaviors. And like part of me is proud for calling it out. Like, you don't get to be shitty to me for no reason. Or shitty to me because you're threatened by my skill set or something. Whatever it might be. I don't know. It's tough. I feel like a shitty human right now, currently on this day. But will I tomorrow? I'll get over it. I'll stop thinking about it. Even though I still think about the situations from my last job where I was particularly shitty. But I was so stressed. Yeah. I don't know. It's my daily, like, stick it to the man, fuck your patriarchy thought. I sent texts and screenshots to Simon and Gina, and they both, it is their job to placate me and say, no, you're fine, you're a great human, because they're my people. But I often ask them, am I doing too much? And I hope they'll respond accurately. When I was getting worked up, I remembered my mantra from my last job, from the really stressful job. I remembered that I started this mantra of work does not deserve your emotions, because it truly does not. And I was crying a lot at my last job, and I was stressed, and I had stress acne on my chest, and like I couldn't function very well. So I like had it written down, and I had it like on everything. And I think it's time for that mantra to be remembered and brought back out. Work does not deserve your emotions. Work does not deserve my emotions. There's no salary in the world that justifies being treated shittily and demeaned. Maybe I'm overreacting today. I don't know. See, it's just like I go back and forth every single second. And even while I'm doing it, if I'm like typing or chatting, I'm like, why are you doing this? Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. But I can't. And I guess I'm 35. If I can't let it go by now, maybe I have to just get used to it. / get that frickin' therapist you've been talking about forever. Ugh, but I'm paying for physical therapy basically out of pocket right now, and so expensive. I guess I'll hit my deductible soon with physical therapy, and then I can get therapy, regular therapy, brain therapy. Okay, I need to work, but I have all these thoughts rolling around my brain. I've been chatting for 7 minutes. Okay, be done. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hi, Missy. Oh. I know. I'm getting treats. I'm getting them.
Yeah, so that was more of my week, more of my internal dilemma. Wow, does she have those often? But yeah, life has been pretty okay. My back pain has been pretty persistent. Still going to PT. Not terrible, like I'm doing all the things I want to do, but I'm in mild pain most of the time, which sucks. Wow. Reading wise, fun reading stuff has been happening. We finished Fourth Wing. Wow, was it fun to read with a group of people texting all the time. So we actually went a lot faster than we thought we would because we got really into it. But we basically just read kind of around 100-page increments and then stopped and then would text about it. So we had all of these theories, and I thought a lot more critically about it than I would if I had read it alone. So that was really fun. We're starting on the next one. We're taking a minor break in between book 1 and 2, so we can have a palate cleanser. But we're gonna start Iron Flame, I think it's called, next week. I read All Fours, which I think you saw a little bit of earlier, and I went to a book club at Books and Mortar for that book. I would recommend reading it. It is weird. I don't know if I liked it. It feels a little shocking for shock value. I'll talk about it more in my reading wrap up. And then I reread Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson, which was one of my favorite books from last year because Cellar Books is going to have a book club on it for present this Liz tomorrow, for when you see this, probably weeks ago at this rate. I love that book. I love it so much. I'm excited to talk about it. I listened to an Abby Jimenez book. I'm looking at my list over here, sorry. I listened to Abby Jimenez's Say You'll Remember Me, which was a lovely little romp. It was kind of depressing though. The main character's mom has Alzheimer's and it's really sad, and they're stuck in a long distance relationship, and it was kind of a drag, but I still love Abby Jimenez's stories, so also would recommend that one. And then I started as my palate cleanser between Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, Final Girls by Riley Sager. It's all right. I mean, I've read a couple of Riley Sagers before, and I have all the same qualms as everybody else in the world does with him. He writes unrealistic female main characters that don't often seem normal or sane, or they make any decisions with logic. And his narrators are often very unreliable. So I'm just constantly questioning everything. I'm who is lying? Who's not telling something? Is the cop bad? Is the boyfriend bad? I don't know. But it's fun. I think I'll finish it by the end of the weekend at least, and then get started on Iron Flame after this. I've also been reading slowly, and I'm not very far at all in it. The 10 Tomatoes That Changed the World. It's a history book about tomatoes. It's actually pretty interesting, and it's tomato season, so I'm trying to slowly pick away at it and get it finished by the end of summer. History's not my jam, but tomatoes are. Ooh, tomato jam. Oh, so good. And then Leah and I, my friend who owns Cellar Bird Books in Grand Rapids, we went to an author talk put on by our library. It was Josh Malerman and Bonnie Jo Campbell. Josh Malerman wrote Bird Box, and his newest one is called Incidents Around the House, which I started listening to as well. I'm listening to this horror and reading this thriller, and it's a little, maybe too close in genre to be tandem listening. I'm not getting them confused, but like the vibes are confusing me. I'm like, oh, who was I supposed to be nervous of? I don't remember. But I like that Incidents Around the House so far. It's pretty creepy. I'm listening, and the narrator is the little girl, so the narrator's putting on this little girl voice. Jury's out if I like it. They speak normally when like the parents are speaking or other people are speaking, so that's good, but like it is first person, like her brain, so it's often a little girl's voice, which it is a little girl, so it makes sense, but I don't know. Basically, this little girl has an other mommy. Scary. So yeah, I really enjoyed that talk. I really want to eventually read something by Bonnie Jo Campbell. She was promoting The Waters, which just came out as well. So I had a great time. I wrote one thing down. Josh Malerman writes horror, and he said that horror is a cherished arrested development. Like, we all get to just sit and make believe and like pretend things are scary and scare ourselves. And I thought that was really cool. And I've enjoyed the horror genre lately as an adult. I really hated it. Movies, books, everything as like a teen. But I'm getting quite into it in my adulthood. So having a good time there. That was a fun book talk. So yeah, that's my book update. Yeah, I'm having a good June and July. Ups and downs, as you can see. You see mostly ups, but there are some downs as well. Keep that in mind. Everybody's struggling with their own stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Hopefully you'll see this before July's out. We shall see. I hope you're all having a good summer, and we'll talk to you soon.